Welcome to another Motors.co.uk review. This time we'll be looking at what Peugeot is calling its game changer, the 508. We'll be seeing whether or not it's worth considering if you're in the market for a spacious and reliable family car. Don't forget to click like if you enjoy this video and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this one. Peugeot is going through something of a resurgence these days, and to be fair, it's been a long time coming. The brand found itself competing less and less with the big sellers and being overtaken by new competition that was offering strong build quality, more efficient engines and better design. So it's gone back to the drawing board and launched a new range of cars that are better built, better to drive and more arresting to look at. And one of those in case is this, the 508. Now there's no question from the outside its looks are more aggressive than the rather sober and uninspiring designs of the past. But is there more to the new family hatch than a stylish exterior? Time to find out if it's a good all-round package. We've already established that the 508 is stylish on the outside, but Peugeot hasn't stopped there. That sporty nature has been carried through to the interior now with a cabin that's beautifully laid out and far more premium than Peugeots of old. There's lots of quality materials that really give it a high-end feel. The centre console is dominated by a touchscreen infotainment system which comes in 8 or 10-inch guides depending on which spec you go for. And you get these chromed shortcut keys which are very Lamborghini-esque, something again you'd never normally say about a Peugeot. You get Bluetooth and DAB as standard, and all models will pair to your mobile phone using either Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. The system itself works pretty well. There are better systems out there, but most will find it's easy to use. Space is one area that Peugeot has sacrificed in the interest of style. That fastback sloping roofline means that any taller passengers who are sat in the back will struggle for headroom. Up front, the driver won't have any problems though. There's a good range of adjustment on the seat and the steering wheel, so getting a good driving position won't be a problem. Peugeot's iCockpit system in front of the driver is neatly designed, but some may struggle to see the dials as it sits above the steering wheel rather than through it. Unusually, the 508 is a smaller package than the outgoing model and shorter than rivals like the Vauxhall Insignia Grand Sport. That means that if you want a big cabin, you're best looking for alternatives like the Vauxhall or the Skoda Superb. With the rear seats in place, you'll get around 487 litres of boot space, which expands to 1,537 litres when they're folded flat. It's a good size, but it is dwarfed by some of the competition. If you want more space inside but like the Peugeot, then the Estate SW version is well worth considering, but we'll cover this in a separate video. From the outside, it's pretty evident that Peugeot was looking to make a statement, and that's certainly carried through to the way it drives. It really is a car that you will enjoy from behind the wheel. Okay, not so much as a BMW 3 Series, but certainly more than some of the competition. The ride is slightly firm, but somehow it manages to tackle imperfections in the road with ease. The steering does have an unusual feel to it, largely because of the shape and size of the wheel. So that does take a little bit of getting used to. It almost feels like you're driving an oversized go-kart with seats in the back, but after time you will get used to it. Engine wise, you won't be surprised to find that the lineup comprises mainly of efficient diesels, but there are some high performance petrol versions for real petrol heads. The range starts with our 1.5 litre Blue HDI, which pumps out around 130 brake horsepower. That makes it good for a 0 to 60 time of around 10 seconds and a top speed nudging 130 miles per hour. This is the most fuel efficient model in the lineup, returning an average MPG in the mid-50s. There are two 2-litre diesels with either 160 or 175 brake horsepower, and both do the 0 to 60 dash in just over 8 seconds and a top speed of around 140 miles per hour. MPG figures for both of these will be in the mid-40s. The lower powered version is likely to be the best all-round blend of performance and economy though. Petrol wise, there are two 1.6 litre turbocharged units with either 179 or 225 brake horsepower, the latter only being available in first edition or GT spec, which means it'll be somewhat pricey, starting at £36,000. Overall, the Peugeot is an attractive proposition. It certainly stands out from the crowd in a category that's dominated by competition that likes to play it safe. Is this a game changer like Peugeot claim? Well, it certainly looks that way. It does a lot of things well, it looks the part, and it's well equipped, even if you opt for the entry-level spec. And it's engaging to drive. The only downside would be that some of the function has been sacrificed in the interest of form, but if you're in the market for this type of car, we'd definitely put it on your shortlist.